This is precisely what I've been talking about. That comment was on my Instagram. What's in it for Bud to reign as undisputed champion, taking on the number one contender, defending his titles? Boxing fans today don't even know how important that is to a fighter's legacy. And that's what boxing is all about and what life is all about. Boxing reflects life. The next guy up deserving a shot at the crown to be the man. Now boxing fans don't want anyone else to get their shot. They don't even want a champion to reign as champion and defend. Boxing is going the wrong direction, and this is what I feared. I want y'all to listen very closely. I know some of you guys are already commenting because you just can't listen. Hear me out. It's the reason why UFC is kicking boxing's ass. And I'm not talking about big money fights. I'm talking about the respect for the sport. When you trust the product, it goes further. UFC always having high quality matchups, where boxing now is going in the direction of, I want to say, fugazi fights, gimmick fights, because the landscape of boxing is now being defined by those Jake Paul fights, the misfits, Tyson Fury versus Ngannou, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. It has to be a spectacle, just a spectacle. And when you do that, it's no longer a sport. Now it's a thing people do as a spectacle. Bud Crawford got to be in a spectacle fight. He has to jump up weight classes and fight Canelo Alvarez at 168. And Canelo Alvarez should participate in the spectacle. Why? Because Crawford deserves it. Everything is a spectacle now. The hard work, the grit, the integrity move is no longer not just expected from boxing, but it's no longer preferred. And that is making the sport shitty. Now listen, I'm not getting on Terrence Crawford. Right now, Terrence Crawford is just the example of the month. Same thing I talk about when I'm talking about Canelo fanboys, when I'm talking about Wilder fanboys, when I talked about Lomachenko fanboys, Tyson Fury fanboys, anything, Errol Spence, Tank Davis. And a lot of you guys, when I do that, you guys start yelling, talking about ShowBizz, you're hating the fighters. I talk about the same thing. You could just replace the fighter. It's the concept that is ruining our sport. That fanboys or people who are just so casual, but they got the loudest mouths. And that whole idea of boxing having to be a spectacle for it to be worth it is ruining the sport. Now anybody can do it. Now you're going to have rappers fighting each other that's going to be bigger than a prize fight. We saw it a little bit when we saw Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight each other for undisputed, and he only got 150,000 pay-per-view buys. When a fight that important, and then you saw Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia for no titles break records because of their social media hold. We had a fantastic year in 2023, one of the best years of all time. But what people expect out of the sport, what people are preferring and what people are looking forward to is a spectacle. And that's not good for the future of the sport. Boxing is going to be WWE if we're not careful. And while you guys are calling me the bad guy, without being emotional, listen clearly and really think of what my message really is. I'm not attacking Terrence Crawford. I'm not attacking Canelo. I'm not attacking Lomachenko or Tyson Fury or whoever I spoke about, Shakur Stevenson, anybody, because, I'm just not a fanboy of anybody, but I'm not attacking none of them. There's a concept that I'm trying to fix. There's a sport I'm trying to heal. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking to you about you. ShowBizz adult. I'm out.